It is your employer's job to keep you safe. They have to provide you with gloves. They have to make sure that spills are cleaned up so that you don't fall, that anything sharp, is sanitized, any of that kind of thing. So if you work in a place, any place, it is their job, I don't care if it's McDonald's, to keep you safe. They have to have protective equipment. They have to provide you with gloves. You don't have to go to work and provide your own. Now, I will say this. For some things like a construction site, I think probably your own, like if it's something not necessarily bloodborne illness, but some places you have to, like your own steel-toed boots or your own hard hat or things like that. Certain practices in place for your protection. They have to have those warning things that they put up in the, where something is spilled until it gets cleaned up. They have to have signs in the bathrooms that tell you to wash your hands and this is how you wash them. They have to have disinfectant soap for you. All this stuff they must provide for your protection. And again, if you have not been vaccinated, they have to provide that for you as well. So they do have some obligation. Employers have some obligation to help keep you safe. You know why that is? What's the most common sense reason for them to provide all this stuff for you? What is it? So you don't get infected with something and sue them. Obviously. They don't want that. Okay? All right, should you be exposed? And this is anywhere, anytime, what should you do if you are exposed? Okay, if it's an employer, they have to offer to manage your treatment, provide treatment, send you to the doctor, pay for your treatment. If it is negligent on their part, let me say that. If they provided you gloves and you chose not to wear them, that's a different story. But if they are negligent, then, they're gonna be held responsible for that. So they're going to offer you treatment. They're going to manage that treatment for you because it's in their best interest because they don't want you to sue them. Exposure will be recorded in your file and reported to government agencies. When we say reported to government agencies, we were talking a minute ago about where you get statistics. This is where you get them. If you get, let's say you work in a healthcare facility or you're an EMT or anywhere, and as a result of that job, you get hepatitis B or you get hepatitis C from being stuck with a needle or whatever, then they are going to obviously keep a record of that. They are going to manage your treatment, but they also have to report that to government agencies. And you know what will happen? If at that particular work site, a lot of people seem to be getting infected with things, what do you suppose is going to happen? Well, they're going to do an investigation first to see why. Why are there so many of these accidents going on in your particular workplace? And what do you need to do to tighten it up before they shut it down? They always give you the opportunity to fix things before they just shut you down. But that's the reason. Everything that happens is confidential. Confidentiality when it comes to your health records, anything that you might get or have, it's all confidential. In other words, if they find out that you are HIV positive or you are hepatitis B or C, they cannot go tell everybody. They're not going to publish that in their annual report. Oh, and by the way, John is hepatitis B. They can't do that. It is all very confidential, so you don't have to worry about it. Testing and treatment are voluntary. If you get stuck with a needle or cut with a knife, those kinds of things that could infect you, if you choose not to go be tested, that's your choice. But if they offer it to you and you refuse, then they cannot be held liable. So you need to have some idea about what your responsibilities are as well. And honestly, the same thing applies whether you're on the job or not. If you have unprotected sex or I don't know, help somebody at a car accident and you are exposed to blood, or you give somebody mouth to mouth and you want to make sure that you're all right, that's your job. That's all on you. If you choose not to go be tested, then that's up to you. But just make sure that you understand the consequences are yours as well. All right, questions about any of that? Okay, so you know how to protect yourself. So there are 2 ways to become a victim. You can become a victim because you don't check the scene and you get cut, or you get electrocuted, or you drown trying to help somebody, or you can become a victim by being infected with something that a victim has. So you have got to protect yourself. No one's going to do it for you. Got it? Easy enough.